Hey y'all, so I am calling y'all leaving another failed attempted hair appointment. Okay, now let me tell y'all something, and I know y'all can probably tell this from my videos. I keep my hair short. Okay, I like it short. It's easier for me to deal with. It's easier for me to get up, go to work, get on the train. Okay, now I typically get my hair done in Manhattan. All right, Harlem. All right, now I keep my hair short and then get it cut every couple of months. My hair grows fast. All right, these people will charge you $150 and up for a goddamn pixie. Okay, you just cutting my hair off. I don't need you to send me under the dryer for a fucking hour for my short hair because I sweat in between it. And so when I tell you to blow dry it, you should, which most of them don't. Okay, now when I was in Baltimore, I did not have any trouble finding a hairstylist. I didn't really like the city otherwise, but nevertheless, when I was in Baltimore, people could cut my freaking hair. All right, so one guy that used to cut my hair in Harlem, who had his own shop, to me, I just felt like over and over again, he was like extremely late for appointments. I felt like he felt entitled to expect my business. He lost a lot of clients, but I said, you know what, he does a good job, and I really don't feel like it was difficult. With a teacher, you're working all week and that kind of thing, and Saturday's always a crazy day. But I had to stop going to him. There's another salon there's another salon in Harlem that I went to, owned by a black woman. This is why I don't do that, owned by black businesses. And lots of people have had odd experiences there. And it's like on Yelp and stuff. Just with them, overcharging, right? Taking advantage of the fact that, like, I understand hair is a job, but hair doesn't have to be expensive. And certainly not to the point where it's ridiculous. I am not getting nobody's sew-in, nobody's fucking quick weave, none of that shit. Why is it 150 up, right? So then I went to this other woman one time, and I did it through Style Seed. One was okay. She was okay. She wasn't great, but she was okay. So then I tried somebody else, and she had done my hair once. It was cool. I went back to her a second time. I had an appointment for like 3:30. I stayed there and waited an hour and 15 minutes, and she still had somebody else in her chair. So I got up because I had therapy that day, and she was making it especially necessary. So I said, look, I have to go. And the other chick in the chair looked at me like I was crazy. I was thinking to myself, bitch, you getting your hair done? And I'm not even talking to you. I said, I have an appointment. I thought you were going to be done. So you're just going to leave? I was like, yes. Right? Now, this is the problem with Style Seed. Style Seed does not, it's an app that's convenient and shows you other people, but they are purposely not the arbiter of these kind of exchanges if your money. This bitch charged me $100. And I called her, I said, what are you doing? She was like, well, you left, that was your choice. I said, no, it was your choice to not tell me that you were going to have another client. Okay? That you were going to have another fucking client and then not do my hair on time. It wasn't that I didn't show up for my appointment. I don't owe you this money, right? We get into it back and forth. I'm like, I'm never dealing with this again. So maybe around, when I went to Baltimore, I didn't have any problem. The first person I found, and she did hair in her home. She had like a little salon in her home. She was polite. She was nice. She was like, look, you don't have to put your card on Style Seed or anything like that. I know people aren't comfortable with it. I just asked that you do pay with card just because of COVID and stuff like that. I'm just not comfortable with it. No problem. Cut my hair, knew how to follow directions, could look at a picture and know exactly what to do. Right? So now I know that stylists who are trained can do that. Okay? They can actually do that. All right. These are just, series of experience. Come back to New York. I get this other woman to cut my hair, and she did a decent job. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't really exactly how I wanted it, but it was good enough, right? And she didn't really charge as much. That may have been like $100, which is still a lot. And you can miss me with the bullshit, oh, it's in New York, so that's why it's high. It is 8 million people in this city. Don't nobody need to charge that much money to make money. Okay, miss me. All right, so But I mean, she did a decent job, but once again, it wasn't quite what I was looking for. So this time I decided, I was like, I can't find anybody that's either reasonably priced and knows what they're doing. I said, fuck it, I'll just go to a barbershop in Brooklyn. All right, like I said, because normally I'd be in Manhattan. I drove all the way over here. It took about an hour, including traffic. I walk in. The barber, says, oh, you can hang your coat up and, just wash your hands, or you can sit down or whatever. COVID procedures, whatever. He ain't having no mask, but okay. So he says he does pixies or whatever. My hair's already cut in the pixie. So I said, look, if you can just get this, just shape it up like it is or whatever. He was like, well, I can't do that. I said, what the fuck? I didn't say what the fuck, but I was like, he was like, I don't do that. And I was like, my hair's already in a pixie. Well, if I don't cut like that, I'm just keeping it real. I don't cut like, this is what I do. And I was like, he showed me haircuts of women that basically were natural. Now, these are not the pictures that were on Style Seat. Okay, this is where I was going with that. That were natural and like shaped up in the back or whatever. And I said, well, okay, why can't you just shape up the shape I already have? I'm not asking you to do my hair. That's not the point of this. And like he had like one of those things that you send in just so they know what they're dealing with, almost like a doctor. So all of this could have been noticed on the app if he had fucking used it, right? And he was like, well, I'm just keeping it real. I can't do. I said, okay, so what can you do? I can't do any of this. Otherwise, it's not going to look right. And I was like, okay, so picture aside, can't you just shape up my hair? He was like, well, I can't do. I was like, these motherfuckers do not understand business. Like, where does the psychology of I'm just keeping it real and like actually having a fucking skill set to fucking cut hair? I don't think cutting hair is that goddamn complicated. I'm sure I know you got to go to cosmetology school, maybe. Okay, my father never did, and he could cut my brother's hair. Like, so miss me with the bullshit, okay? I went to Spelman, there was enough guys at Morehouse who was cutting hair in the damn dorms, the same way there was girls doing hair without licenses. So don't act like this stuff is so, like, it requires, time spent at NASA to know how to do it. All right, and that shit is pissing me the fuck off. And I'm sitting up here, and another experience is coming, that there was this other place called Maine Advocates in Manhattan or whatever, and they were supposed to be so good with different kinds of hair, whatever. I show up with an appointment that I made once again, and I sit there for about 10 minutes, fine. And then a girl walks up to me and she was like, well, we can't do it. And I was like, what do you mean you can't do it? I said, I made an appointment. Yeah, I know, but none of us are really good at like cutting. What the fuck does it take to graduate from cosmetology school that you can't fucking cut? You can put in a whole goddamn sew-in, glue wigs around different kind of Michael's arts and crafts, but you cannot cut somebody's goddamn hair? Like, I just don't get it. And for some reason today, I thought that, if I just go to a barber, maybe they'll listen and kind of like just do it, because men tend to be, simple-minded, do this. Clearly, I was wrong. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with so many people who must be fucking retarded, because I refuse to believe, and my voice is just coming back, but I'm mad again. Because I'm sitting up here like, is this a business or not? And to me, when you want to make money in a business, do you just expect people just to give you money and show up? Or to have, if you expect to have any kind of consistent clientele, why wouldn't you know how to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that? Well, actually, you know what? Fuck it. How to do your job well so that you can maintain clients, so you can have good business. And my thing is like, how do y'all fucking eat in New York? Y'all must be still living at home with forget your mama, your grandmama. You must be at least 2 generations in staying in the same house, because I refuse to believe that lack of hustle and know-how can get you far enough to where you shouldn't be worried about your rent and eating if you're on your own. I really don't understand it. I don't. And I know somebody's going to suggest learn how to cut your own hair. Trust me, I'm going to try to figure it out. But my thing is like, I'm willing to pay for a service. I'm not willing to be overcharged and exploited in the name of black businesses. But let's not act like you can just walk into a white business and people know how to do your hair. Okay? I've been other places where people know how to fucking do your hair. Atlanta got its fucked up stylists too. I don't know what it is with black hair. Like if I just don't want to do it, or I don't understand. And granted, I don't really have experience with white ones either. But my thing is, cutting shouldn't be that serious. Something that already has a shape and a fucking shape up. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Honey Salon in Harlem. We Love Hair in Harlem. Main Advocates. Whatever the fuck I just came out of in Brooklyn. An hour of my time. Now I need to go home and grade papers. I thought at least one thing I wouldn't have to worry about the rest of the weekend was how to do my... Help me, Lord. So that's all I got to say. Yo, if I'm missing something, please let me know. Please let me know. Put it down in the comments. If you know somewhere in the city, surrounding areas that's worth it, that you actually know. Not that you heard. I need you to have had experience with them, affordable. And if not, or you can put your horror stories down. So I know I'm not alone, but this shit is really tired. It's tired to me. Because I wouldn't show up at my job and say, you know what? I'm not an expert in world history, so I'm just not going to teach it. And then expect to have a job. And this guy did not own the salon, let's be clear. So, like, this is what I mean. Like, whether they own it or not, because both have happened, I just don't get it. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all soon, because I'm driving back mad. And I made this video really because my cousin said, well, whatever your experience is, maybe you should like make a video about it. So here it is. All right, see y'all soon. Bye.